How's it going, everyone? This is my hello, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Chrono Trigger. Come on, Trigger, show up on the screen. There you go. Show up during the warm or the wave or whatever, as it is. Either, 5:45, 6:45, or 9:30 on the clock. So, we finished the game. But here's the thing. I teased that Chrono Trigger has a New Game Plus. That, and it's the first game ever to introduce the concept of a New Game Plus. So let me take a look at, these are the saves that I have. Just so you can look at these. And I actually want to begin New Game Plus. Now actually, let's see, so the middle one is the most recent one. So what happens is you use data from a save file from a previous playthrough. How does that matter? Let's find out. I prefer to do wait, and so this is stuff I never showed off in the beginning just to be dramatic in the beginning of the game. But of course, you can choose Chrono's name. I've demonstrated why I don't like changing the names of these party members, since there's a whole Janus Magus controversy and all. So yes, welcome to the first part of the New Game Plus. So far, everything is the same. And in fact, it's almost as if we're just playing the same game. I mean, if you're familiar with the concept of New Game Plus, you pretty much, play the entire game again, starting from the beginning. But there's an extra element, which is what New Game Plus usually introduces. So you can probably guess what the extra feature is in the New Game Plus. Yeah. I'm not gonna read this. What is? I'm just gonna be Game Grumps and not read anything. Then again, this game is simple enough. So I want to show off the menu. Take a look at my stats. I'm level 50. I don't have... and I still have all my weapons from my previous playthrough, including my best weapons. So excuse me while I, give myself the best armor possible. What did I give you? I think I gave you the gold studs. It's also been a while since I last recorded Chrono Trigger, since I did want to break from Chrono Trigger, so yeah, you have access to your previous equipment, the end game stuff, and you can just give it to your characters at the beginning of the game. It's Luca. So yeah, we're at the same level as you were before, so we're beginning the game as someone who's just over leveled. Let me just demonstrate that to you. Let's go into Guardia Forest and play around, maybe get a tab. Is this where you get a tab? I think it is. I think it's here. Yeah, there we go, there's a power tab. But the reason why I wanted to show this off is that you can always fight monsters at the beginning of the game. Of course, you wouldn't want to do that since you'd be alone and, under-leveled. You also have access to all of your text from the game. So, theoretically, you can blow through the game using Luminaire. So, as you can see, you can just blitz through New Game Plus. Okay, so what is the point? Are you telling me that the point... I didn't want to go here. So are you saying the point of New Game Plus is to just blaze through the entirety of the game in like 2 hours or so. You know, just do an AGDQ of Chrono Trigger, just do a speedrun of Chrono Trigger. The answer is you can. But speaking of speedrun, there are other interesting features regarding that. I want to do this. Hey Marl, what's up? Fun fact about, the first video of this series. I accidentally called Marl before I got to know her. So, there might have been a moment when I bleeped myself out, and that's because I accidentally said Marl's name before she was properly introduced to us. So, I'm not actually going to be worrying about trying to get an innocent verdict at the trial in the future. Why do I not care about the trial in the future, even though my behavior here matters? You'll see why. Well, first of all, let me just trigger something. Trigger. Then again, trigger kind of has a new meaning on the internet. But yeah, before we move on, we should probably equip Marl with, let's do, actually this won't matter too much. Okay, you know what, I could have sworn I had another item that would have protected me against status ailments aside from helms, but I suppose I'll just go with this here. I gave Marl the Valkyrie, Prism Helm, Prism Dress, and Silver Stud. Now, as you notice in my inventory, I have all the items that I had from before. Actually, I wonder. I can still give Chrono a power tap, right? Why not? Just make him even more powerful. So we have access to all of our items from the end of our main playthrough. So that's pretty exciting. So what is the point of all that? Why does it matter if I have the optimal equipment for Chrono and Marl? Why does it matter that I have all of my same items from my previous playthrough? Why does any of this matter? What is the point of all this? Like, what is the point of just starting at the beginning of Chrono Trigger just freakishly overpowered? Like, I guess to do another demonstration of how overpowered we are. Just for shits and giggles. Hey Gato, what's up? Yeah, you have metal joints, I'm gonna beat you up and get my 15 silver points. Da, 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 da. Look at this. Get a load of this! That didn't do a whole lot of damage, but hey, you know, that seemed like a critical hit. Then again, I guess Gato can only take so much damage. So, as you can see, there's almost no point in combat. Combat pretty much becomes like little roadblocks along the way, just traffic cones you just have to drive over, which you probably shouldn't do in real life. So they're talking about Luca's invention, but take a look at the right telepod. You're noticing a little star. Touch it. I said touch it. And we get transported to the final boss battle already. That's right. Welcome to New Game Plus. There are many points throughout the game where you will be given access to Lavos. Before, your only chances of fighting Lavos were the Bucket, the Epoch, the Black Omen, and I think that's about it. But with that new time gate at the right telepod, you can fight Lavos whenever you want throughout your journey in New Game Plus. What is the benefit of this? I'll tell you this right now. Fighting Lavos at certain points in New Game Plus will, and I'll say this again, will give you different endings. we have already seen one ending of Chrono Trigger, the main ending. And even the main ending has some variations, one of which I will be showing off. There is also another ending that you can watch by not reviving Chrono after he gets killed. That is another ending you can watch. Then, there are, I think, roughly 10 more endings you can watch. What are those endings, you may ask? Those 10 or whatever endings are all attainable in New Game Plus when you fight Lavos at different points throughout the game. So, that is essentially what I'm going to be doing with New Game Plus. I'm going to be showing you some of the many different endings Chrono Trigger has. So, to put this into perspective, Chrono Trigger has 12 endings. Let me say that again. Chrono Trigger has 12 endings. And some of those endings have their own changes within them. I am not going to be showing off all 12 endings. I'm only going to be showing off, I think, 6 additional endings. So there's going to be 7 bonus videos. The 7th bonus video is going to be talking about some extra things in the PlayStation 1 release of this game, along with an extra ending in the DS version of this game. Because in the DS version of Chrono Trigger, there's an extra ending. And plot-wise, I find it very important. But I don't want to talk about it now. So that is the plan with the bonus videos for Chrono Trigger. The plan is to show off some of my favorite endings of Chrono Trigger, starting off with this one, which is something you can access from the very beginning of New Game Plus by fighting Lavos as Chrono and Marl. As you can imagine, it's harder to fight Lavos with both Chrono and Marl. Now, as you can see, this is dialogue with both Chrono and Marl only. And if you put it into perspective, these characters have no idea what Lavos is, since we never had a journey. Our journey pretty much started with a date. And that's about it. We just went on a date at the Millennial Fair, and now we're just fighting the greatest evil on Earth. Also, this fight is going to be pretty hard and pretty long. So here's what I'm going to do. If you're watching the abridged version of the bonus video, there's going to be a cut to either some cutscenes or the very end of my fights against Lavos. If you're watching the full version, you're going to be watching me fight Lavos in full. Nice, Marl. Way to tell that asshole. Okay, welcome back from, well, the jump cut in the abridged version, since this is where the abridged version and the full version converge. I just defeated Lavos with only Chrono and Marl. So let's see the ending. Look at all these time periods we did not visit. Oh, we're at the time's end. We've never visited this place before, but I suppose we should just talk with people, and never really saw these characters at the time's end ever. Oh. So first of all, this game does acknowledge that this is the hardest ending, since you can only fight Lavos with these two characters. Second of all, the fourth wall is beyond broken, because this ending is the development room ending. Yeah, we can talk to these NPCs and talk with the developers of this game. Alright, so yeah, we can just talk with the many developers who worked on this game. Anti-stress massage technique. I'm sure you needed it, when you were developing this game. Or the other guy? No, you're Hiroki Chiba. The Raiders are the Cowboys. Ooh, the Oakland Raiders are the Dallas Cowboys. Coming from California, I would prefer the Oakland Raiders, except they're not the best team to root for because they've been having bad seasons. You can argue that the most recent season was their best in a while, but even then they didn't even make it into the playoffs. Then again, they're doing better than the 49ers. The Dodgers, well, now you're going into baseball. The LA Dodgers. I guess they're a team. Yeah. Hello, Poyozo, talk to me. Poyozo. Matsuko So, there was a rock I picked up in the Black Omen. And that is a triple tech with, I think, Luca, Marl, and Ayla, the three females. They can do an attack called Poyozo Dance, which I never showed off, but it's mentioned here. Oh, to be a game developer. To be essentially trapped. Whoa! Hello, Maga Statue, what's up? Okay. Is Kato the weird one in your team? Okay, now we're just taken to a random location where we can talk to even more NPCs who are developers. But I want to go home. I can just imagine how every game developer is just trapped in the studio, trapped at gunpoint until they have to finish a game. Although I guess... What? Okay. It also costs you that much money to release an unfinished game. That was fun. Challenging but fun. The thing is, they gave everyone a part in the game, so don't feel too... Oh, hi! You're my favorite person in the development team! You're the composer, come back! Oh, Yasunori Mitsuda. Your soundtrack is just impeccably amazing. And then you did some awesome work in other games. Ooh. I haven't reached that yet. So here's another thing about New Game Plus. You can play through it again, use the data from a New Game Plus run in a playthrough, and start from the beginning. So that is another way you can get up to the maximum level. Level 99, when you can max up all of your stats. Yep, it's me, your protagonist, the one you've been working on all of your life, and days, and afterlives. I suppose. What is this, Undertale? Hi. Well, it's the end of the game, so fun's over, guys. Anybody here is the future, hi. Oh, workaholics. I'm sure they were referring to the ROM or ROMs that go into a game cartridge, not an emulated ROM. Ooh, what did you work on aside from this game, I wonder? Future My Hello, can you give some enlightenment? But yes, send some money. You got a ton of money from Chrono Trigger. Love was in the air, but then the boat sank. Of all the things you can say, you chose to say that. Sure. So... Oh dear. All the stress giving you... Yes! Don't tease us. Give us a Chrono Trigger 2. I mean... There kind of is a Chrono Trigger 2, and that is a huge point of debate. There's a game called Chrono Cross, the sequel to Chrono Trigger. A lot of people deny that it's Chrono Trigger 2 for a number of reasons. I'm not going to say anything about that. You mean Final Fantasy IV, which I'd argue is harder than Chrono Trigger. Hey guys, what's up? Okay. Man, a lot of people are just talking about how to... Oh my god. A lot of people are just talking about how creating Chrono Trigger turned everyone into starving zombies. Like, lonely zombies. Oh, and we fight. Yeah, so for some weird reason, there's a fight in the development room against these guys. It's weird, but I have Luminaires, so doesn't matter. Sir Crawley, you're dead. You're not even a boss. You don't even get a... You never even get the boss music in the game whenever we fight you. And we still get experience points and money and mid-ethers. Oh my god, this is ridiculous, yet great. So, I think Final Fantasy IV had a development room as well. So, I don't know, speaking of Final Fantasy IV, this is the one I want to go to, right? Yeah, it is. Ah, Quarters of Time. My favorite song. Or one of my favorite songs. Talk. Do we even get to see you in the game, I wonder? Maybe you got to see a kid running around with it. Hoshino Trigger. Imagine if we got Hoshino Trigger instead of Chrono Trigger. I mean, Chrono. It's not the most important word in the title. It's not as if this game is related to time. Mission complete. So I can imagine that each developer was given a chance to say anything, and that's the statement that appears in the game. So of all things, you just chose to say mission complete? Yeah, I did a speedrun. And for that I got a weird kiss. So, like I said before, this is pretty much getting to the ending of the game in less than an hour. Oh? Oh, shit! Oh, don't do that to me, man! So yeah, there's a developer who can troll you with a restart. Now that's a good message to put into a game. Nothing like, oh, I'm being overworked, or tea is sand. You know, something obscene and esoteric like that. I didn't even try the bike race, so you've bet correctly. You win. More zombies who are dying because they're making a game, the greatest game ever. Be thankful you created a legacy. No. What if I say yes? It's almost as if every game developer in Japan is a love-starved, horny zombie. Love-starved, horny zombie. How's that for a band name? I guess there's a shadow. There and there. Well, let's take a look at this final... Well, maybe not final yet. There's a lot more to see. Don't worry, I kinda saw some of your work. Jeez, that's rude. Then again, I don't have a life since I'm doing Let's Plays. Sure thing. Like what? And how many Squaresoft titles are there? It can't be infinity because Square Enix is a thing now. That's what you chose to say? Really? Hey Dalton. Oh, that's right, not facing the screen, huh? I'm all like, you better be facing stage, you know, the camera, since that's the proper thing to do. Oh, hi. Ooh, it's a kitty cat. Yoshinori Kitase. Yeah, so this is pretty much what I'm saying about New Game Plus. Aside from the 2 endings you can get in the main game, which is the ending we got and the ending where you don't revive Chrono, there are 10 different endings you can get in New Game Plus only. This is the first of the 10 endings. Go burn in hell. Go burn, I don't care. But that was pretty dark. Are you on fire yet? No? Okay. I want to talk with that one dude over there. Because it's gotta be possible to talk to you, right? There we go. Oh, wait a minute. I already talked to you. And you're talking about the Dodgers. Right. That's a basket. You can't talk to a basket. The Dream Team, huh? So the Dream Team is special because they're pretty much the big shows of the game. Like Toriyama, the designer of the characters. And also the guy behind Dragon Ball. Hey, Sasuke, Kika, Bob's working on games like these. So I guess they're your children or something? What kind of accent was that, or what kind of voice was that? And of course, the legendary Nobuo Uematsu. I have nothing better to do than read this. Amen to that. I like how this is a video game where you find a secret ending and they say, get a life. One of the things is not like the others, so Stapler, Mothra, and the Olympics. I would say, well, the Stapler, because both the Olympics and Mothra are evil, right? Right. The Olympics is a sham. The Olympics are a sham. Nice! That's what I want to say. So I assume you're the big show around here. You're Hironobu Sakaguchi. Okay, that's some real talk. Oh, cool, I get to be a member of the Dream Team. It's like I'm one of the main creators of Chrono Trigger. How so? Oh my god, are you serious? This is so dumb, yet so fun. So, yeah, this is the first ending of Chrono Trigger you can achieve. The development team ending, which is also... Is that quarters of time? It is. Some people call it the dream ending. I prefer to call it the development room ending. So yeah, there are, like I said before, about 9 other endings you can get. Let me check my notes. Yeah, so let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 endings you can get at New Game Plus. Of those 10 endings, I'm only going to be covering 4 of them. So, but I'm also going to be showing off some alternate endings you can get in the main game. So that includes, let's say, me beating the game without reviving Chrono, or a different variation of the main ending that we saw in the finale. So that's going to give us 6 videos. And in the 7th video, I'm going to be talking about, well, the PlayStation version, the DS version, and some final remarks to finish off the Let's Play. So, until then, let's watch some more endings, shall we? I mean, until then, see ya. Thanks for watching.